Before we start, algebra can be an intimidating subject for a lot of students. So we have to think about why people struggle with algebra. The most common things is fractions, that it's just so abstract, more than arithmetic, and number and operations. So if we use models and manipulatives to help kids learn how to do this and it not look so scary and abstract whenever they are tested on it, they won't be scared to take it head on. So let's look at our first problem. This is going to be a join problem. Ollie has some flowers in her room. She went out and picked 10 more. Now she has 15 flowers in her room. How many flowers did she start out with? So we're looking for our start out with, which is blank. And then a change occurs. She goes out and she picks 10 more. And the result at the end of the day is that she has 15 flowers total. So how did I know that this was a join problem? Well, first you have to ask yourself, is a change occurring? Yes, it is. So it's going to be either join or separate. And then our change is being added into our start. And that is how I know that it's a join problem. So we're going to figure out this problem using the linear model. And I'm going to go ahead and write down my equation again. And this is that abstract form that scares away some people. So I'm going to show you how easy it can be just by using some manipulatives. So first, we're going to take a strip of paper and represent our start value. Now, if you remember in our story and right here in our equation, we don't know our start value yet. So I'm just going to label it start equals unknown. Next, we add on our change. And I'm representing this with a different color paper. It makes it easier to distinguish the difference. Go ahead and draw our line again. And this part is going to represent change equals 10. So then our start and our change together will represent our result or our total, which is 15. So now we have to find 10 plus what equals 15. So one common misconception that a lot of students have with these story problems is they find out, oh, she got 10 more, this word more. And that automatically tells us this is going to be an addition problem. So they take the two variables that they see in this problem and add them together. So this isn't correct. We need to teach our kids that they need to look at every possible thing because actually this is a subtraction problem. So I'm going to represent our start or our unknown with x. X plus 10 equals 15. So how do we figure this out? We simply subtract 10 from each side, and x equals 5. So let's look back at our linear model. If we put 5 at the start, is 5 plus 10 equal 15? Yes, it is. And that is how you figure out a join word problem using the linear model. Next, we're going to do a separate problem. Ollie got $25 for her birthday. She went to the store and bought a new toy. Now she has $17 left. How much did she spend on the toy? So here's what our equation is going to look like abstractly. Again, how did I figure out that this was separate? It has a change, so it's either join or separate. But this time, our change is being taken away from our start value, and that's what makes this a separate problem. So again, I'm going to show this problem using the linear model. So when we're doing a separate problem or a subtraction, we're going to start with our start value, which again I'm going to represent by a colored strip of paper. Start equals 25 right here. This is our start value. And then we're taking away an unknown. So I'm going to represent that unknown underneath my start value. Now you can put it over. I prefer putting it underneath so that I can see both colors still. So this is our change that's occurring. And again, I'm going to represent this change by x, our unknown variable. So we have 25, change with x, and then this portion that remains right here represents our result. So in this problem, we are doing 25, or the start, minus the change equals the result. So 25 minus what number equals 17? 25 minus 8 equals 17. So 8 is our unknown value, or our change, and that is how you find subtraction and addition algebra problems using the linear model. Now before I close, I want to talk about another common misconception that students have, and that's the problem with the equal sign. When people see equal, they think that means result or the answer, and that's not true. The equal sign means that whatever is on either side of the equal sign has to be balanced. So if we take this further, 25 minus 8 is 17, equals 17. So you can see that we have the same number or balanced equation on both sides. Now if I wrote this like 17 equals 25 minus x, that doesn't change it at all. It doesn't matter which side the equation is on, the equal sign. As long as both sides are balanced at the end, you are doing your math problem correctly.